Greeting and welcome to the Intensive Success Growth. I'm your host, Nishant Sharma. Please give warm welcome to our guest, Deane. Christine is a networking and marketing coach. Welcome, Christine.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Oh, goodness, that's a big question. Really, my background is in communications and education. I used to teach college. I absolutely loved it. I took some time off to have my kids. And when I came back, I decided, well, what am I going to do? And I fell in love with networking. And I found the more I networked, the more times other business owners kept asking me for advice on how to, right? With the communications background, and social media. And the next thing you know, I just ended up answering more and more questions about how to do networking and marketing. So I thought, you know what? I do so much and give away so much for free. I might also get paid for it. So it just kind of made sense, right? With my background to go ahead. And I love giving. So that's one of my favorite things to do. So I like to work with nonprofits. I'm on the board of directors for two different nonprofits. One's the DFW Veterans Chamber of Commerce, and then the American Veterans Chamber of Commerce. And I'm on the board of advisors for the Veterans Ranch. So I have an opportunity to work with nonprofits like that. And then I've got other business owners, small businesses, solopreneurs, and coaches. And I love what I do. It's just amazing.
Okay. What are the top three reasons why do people fail?
Top three reasons why people fail. Are we talking about in business or
Like
in life?
in business or networking?
Right. And a lot of times, well, we'll start with networking. Networking, why are the reasons why people fail? One of the top reasons is because they think that if they go to more networking meetings, that's a good thing. And they just do one and done is what I call it. So they'll go to a meeting once, meet people, grab a bunch of cards and leave, but never really establish any relationships with anybody there. And then they wonder why this networking thing doesn't seem to be working. So they're running all over town or going in and out of so many different Zooms, not really taking the time to say, who do I want to meet? Who is my client? Who is my synergy partner? Right. So who is it that I need to meet that's going to have a contact with the same people that I want to do business with? I mean, it's easy to figure out on things like realtors and mortgage. Right. Both of those people are dealing with the same one. It's homeowners, potential homeowners. Right. So it makes sense for them to work together and be able to pass referrals back and forth. Some industries, you got to think a little bit higher. Who is it that works with the same people that I work with? Once you can figure that out, and those are the people you target, it makes a huge difference on your success in networking. So one and done is probably one of the biggest ones. Number two would be follow up. You're not following up. If you have a stack of 100 cards that you picked up that week, you don't have time to follow up with 100 people, right? So if you're not following up with them, they don't remember who you are. Yeah, it's like going to church and then expecting everybody to know who you are the next time. Like, did you talk to anybody? Did you have lunch with anybody? Did you establish any relationships with anybody? No, you didn't, right? So nobody knows who you are. So you're going to build those relationships. And that's true in all relationships, right? And I would say the third challenge on why people aren't succeeding with networking is they're not organized and they don't have a CRM, right? So they don't know who they've talked to, who they haven't talked to. They don't have any systems for following up. They have nothing to keep notes on and what they talked about the last time they talked about, right? So they're not organized. Those are probably my top three hints for networking.
Okay, great. So, what is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Greatest failure story. There's more than one. As long as you keep failing forward, right? So if you're not failing, that means you're not trying anything new. So failure is a good thing. It's okay. Don't be afraid to fail and don't be afraid to admit it because you can learn from it and other people can learn from it too. And I know when I first started networking, I had that stack of cards and I'm like, that's a lot of people, right? What are you going to do with that? And it's hard to remember when you go to too many events who times up with who, right? And so you've got this stack of cards you're trying to remember. So some of the tricks we say, like the ones that are really good partners that you want to make sure you follow up with, put that in one pocket. And then the other people put it in the other pocket. This way, did you make it to the right pocket or the left pocket, right? So you know who you want to follow up with first. but you have to remember who they are, and it can be a challenge. I sometimes have a hard time with names. So when I'll meet somebody, I'm like, I know your face. And I know you, we've talked. I could probably start naming things about them, their hobbies, what they do. I mean, but I can't remember their name. And I hate when that happens. So I'm always having to ask people's name and repeat it several times over because it's a major faux pas, right? When you don't remember something, they think you don't remember it, but you do. You just have this thing with names.
Yes, right.
So pay
Oh,
attention to the names. People
yes,
like to be remembered by their name and
yeah,
not hey you.
yeah. Same like Dale Carnegie book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Forgetting their name is not a good way to make influence with people.
Yes, right. Okay. What's your top three success secrets that other can model from you?
Top three success. Well, so I do coaching for networking and marketing. And last time I focused on networking. So we're going to talk about marketing this time. Success for marketing, right? It's realizing who your ideal client is so you know who to reach out to and how to reach out to them. You don't want to blow up people's email with information that they don't care about. So I would just say segment your audience, right? You have multiple services, most people that they offer. For example, if I design websites, I do social media, right? So there's different options. I do produce podcasts, right? So they may only be interested in one of those areas. So segment your audience when you do your emailing list so that they get exactly the information that they want. Because if they're getting stuff that's actually relevant to them and that they're interested in, they won't unsubscribe, right? Because they like what you're sending them. If you send them everything, right, and it may not be their area of interest, right, and you're blowing up their emails, they're like, and where is that unsubscribe button? Because you're just irritating them, right? So part of the success is don't irritate people.
Yes.
Really pay attention to add value, right? And that's it, adding value. That's huge, right? I always offer free consultations because you don't want to walk in and be like, okay, I'm going to hire you. And you're like, oh, they don't do what I want to do, right? Maybe it's not a good fit for some reason, right? You want to have that free consultation to start with so you can make sure you're working with somebody that's going to be a good fit for your personality, your style, what you want to do. And I have areas that are not my areas of expertise, and I have a huge network of marketers. So I just push people in the right direction. Like I may not service that area, but I know somebody who does. Hold on a second, right? And connect them with that. So that's really important also. Um, Another area of success would be back to the networking and marketing. When you look out for other people, they look out for you. Working together as a team. You're not alone. Let's get rid of the whole concept of scarcity and instead embrace abundance. There are tons of people out there to work with. There are tons of people that need your help. And don't fear your competition. Learn how to work with them whenever possible. Right? Let's team up and let's work together. I love working with other marketers. Marketing is such a huge field that for me to be like, this is mine, don't talk to them, don't share my clients. No, my clients have needs and I can't always meet those needs, but there's other specialists that can, right? So I want to know all the marketers out there because I want to be able to connect them so that when my client has something that they need done, be like, I know somebody, hold on a second. And I trust them. I've already verified them. I've already worked with them. It's somebody that I know I can confidently say, this is somebody that can help you with that. And that's really important. So start thinking in abundance and working together with other people, even if they're in your same industry and you think they might be competition, they might just actually be a buddy.
Okay. What motivates you within?
One more time.
What motivates you within?
What motivates me? Yeah, motivation is huge. Why, right? You ask your people their why. Why is this important to you, right? I always have a heart of giving and the idea of leaving someone better than you found them, right? If you have something to give, then why not? And share, add value to other people's lives. This is how we need to operate to work together. We were not meant to walk on this earth alone. So I love working with people that get excited about what they do because they're in the right field. Everybody has a gift. And that gift, if you can find that gift and use it for good, you can make wonderful changes in the world, right? Take that gift and run with it, share it with other people, right? Whatever that gift is. And you have to have your purpose, right? What is your purpose? If you don't know your purpose and you don't know what your gift is, you're kind of living a mundane life, right? So when I can talk to somebody and help them reignite their flame to their gift and to their purpose, to help them move forward with whatever it is they're trying to accomplish, that's my happy place. That's what motivates me. I love when I can make other people feel good about what they're doing, and they feel revitalized, right? They might have been struggling in their business and they were having a hard time with a certain area, and we talk and they go, oh, that solves my problem. I can take that, I can run with that, and I just let them run. And I'm like, good, go do it. And every once in a while, I'll have clients circle back around. I just had one circle around yesterday and said, I just wanted to reach out and give you an update. I haven't, I talked to you, you gave me some ideas. I was trying to decide, did I want to go with a franchise, start a franchise? Did I want to do my own business? And we decided my wife and I are going to do this business. And they were so excited about it. They said, I just wanted to come back and let you know that you inspired us to create our own business and run forward with it. And I just wanted to let you know where we were at. How awesome is that? Right? A lot of times we don't know where it trickles down to when we have an influence. So when they come back to you and they tell you, hey, we had this meeting and this is what I'm doing because of it, I'm like, yes, go. I get so excited about that. That's my motivation, watching other people make their dreams come true and helping push them in that direction.
Okay. So who is your ideal client?
My ideal client. Oh goodness. Love working with the nonprofits, especially the veterans, because I'm, so involved in that with the chamber. So that's really a fun place to work. The small business owners, I like those startups that are just starting out and they're not quite sure where to go, what's a good business model, what do they actually need for marketing, how do they get out there and network and get involved. I like the startup stage because you can kind of get them in the right direction, right? Before they get lost. And I like the ones that are ready to scale. They're like, okay, we got this, we got our business, we're feeling pretty comfortable, but we need to do some lead generation. We need to, expand this. We need to put some systems in place so that we can now make our business bigger. I love that space also because that's a fun place to work. I work with a lot of coaches, and coaches to me, they want to make the world a better place, just like nonprofits. I love working with people that want to make the world a better place. I mean, what a wonderful space to be in. They tend to be coachable. They tend to be eager to help other people. And they're like, if that skill will help me help other people, I want to learn it. Right. So those are people that I love to work with. That's my sweet place. Right. I also do, anything from the small business owners and whether it's MLMs, I've helped them with their marketing or with their networking, insurance. I mean, so I've done all of that stuff too, but I have to admit, I really do like working with the coaches and the nonprofits are my favorites, but shh, don't tell anybody. Okay.
Okay. Okay. How do you deliver five-star client experience?
How do I leave a 5-star client experience?
Yes, yes.
Right. So it's about communication, right? Right from the beginning, talking to them about what they need, where they are in their business, what do you need, and how I can help make that happen. Right. And sometimes it's more traditional, sometimes it's more non-traditional. Sometimes it's a shift in mindset. Sometimes it's realizing who their real audience is. Sometimes it's the idea of how do I connect with who I want to talk to, right? And putting campaigns together. Kind of like with nonprofits, you can't just go around saying, I need money, donate money, give me money. That gets old really fast, right? They need to know about your brand. They need to know about who you are, who you're helping, what your goals are. They need to fall in love with your nonprofit. Then the money will come. That's just a natural occurrence. That's how that works, right? So just kind of helping people understand their goals, right? So if you have that communication right up front with what they need, right? Now it's just a matter of following up, making the to-do list and working with them, right? Responding and letting them know that you're on their team and you're here to help. That's what 5-star service is all about. It's about being there for your clients. If you're not going to be there and take good care of them, then why bother?
Yes, right. Okay. So how do you find your ideal client?
How do I find my client? Oh my goodness, all over the place. I do a lot of networking. I do a lot of networking on LinkedIn, in person. I've got networking groups in addition to my marketing. But it's a lot of fun to get out there and meet people. I would much rather enjoy those one-on-ones than just running an ad. I mean, that's not nearly as much fun as really getting to know people. And when you get to know people with the networking world, right, they bring back referrals, right? When I have a client that I just adore, right? When you work with somebody and you're more energized when you get off the call with them than you were before you started, that's a great meeting. That's a great feeling. And when they tell you, "Hey, I've got somebody I want to introduce you to," and they introduce you to one of their favorite people, if you already love the first client, you know you're going to love who they referred you to, right? And so it's like being able to just one meeting after another of like, ideal client, what a fantastic day. By the end of the day, you're just full of energy and your thoughts are thinking about it. And then you think, oh, that client, and then you see something that reminds you and you send them an email quick or a text message. Hey, I saw this and thought of you, right? They become part of your family.
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about. So, your friends become your family becomes your friends, your clients, it's all tied together. And I love it that way. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, great. What are you grateful for today?
I'm always grateful for something. I have two wonderful boys, and my oldest gave me a grandbaby just recently on Mother's Day. So now I'm officially a grandma. What a blessing. My youngest son's active duty Air Force, and I pray every day that he continues to stay safe no matter where he serves our country. I have a wonderful fiance. My dog's at my feet at the moment. I mean, life is good. Appreciate the little things in life, right? Family, friends, great clients. Truly blessed. Truly blessed.
Okay. How young are you?
How young am I? Now, you're not supposed to ask a lady her age, but we'll say I'm old enough to have one grandchild. Does that count?
Okay, okay, okay. So, okay, no issue. So, I think maybe you are approx 40 years or 40 to 50.
I like the way you think. That works for me.
Okay. But I want to say something. You are not 40-year
Uh-huh.
young. You are 18-year young with more than 32-year experience.
Exactly. Lots of experience. Loving every minute of it.
Yes. Okay. What advice you will give younger yourself?
One more time.
What advice you will give younger yourself?
What advice would I give my younger self, right? Eat the dessert first. Life's too short, right? Every opportunity, and I've done a pretty good job of it, but every opportunity, everything is an opportunity. Jump on it, take it, run with it, whatever it is. With my youngest son in the Air Force, I told him, do everything you can do, volunteer for everything, travel the world, and do it all while you're young and dumb. So use everything as an opportunity.
Okay. How can I support you?
How can you support me? Well, goodness, I would say just keep me in mind when you're out there talking to people, right? When you're out networking and stuff. People that you see that are struggling, maybe struggling with their business, and they just need a new perspective, right? Send them my way so I can bless them with some free advice and let them. I will sit there and give them all the free advice they want. It's like drinking out of a fire hose, right? And just let them take that information and run with it if they want. If they want to hire me, that's fine. And if not, I just want them to take that information and go do the best they can to do and build their dreams. So feel free to introduce me anybody who's struggling a little bit with their business and they just need a little inspiration. Another thing would be to introduce me to veterans, right? I'm involved with all the veteran organizations here locally and some nationally. So I would love to meet veterans and help them get connected. My goal is to help unite the veteran community.
Okay. What would you like to say about your guest experience on this show?
I would say that being on here has been an absolute delight. You've been a wonderful host, wonderful questions, and you make your person feel absolutely comfortable. And I love being part of this show. Thank you.
Okay. My pleasure. What's your final word?
Well, thank you for the opportunity to talk to your audience, and thank you for the opportunity to share my passion with other people so they can come back and share their passion with me.
Okay. Thanks, Christine, for sharing your wisdom with us on the behalf of our community and team. We really appreciate you. Until the next time, all good wishes to you.
Thank you.